Alright, today we're going to start some seeds up. These are going to be for later in the season harvests, probably more towards September, October. But it's perfect because what we have: broccoli, kale, dill. Dill's from my mom, she likes dill. That's why I got dill. But these two are very good late crops, so crops that will pretty much do better as the weather gets a little bit cooler. So you start, well, today's June 28th, so they'll be in the ground by the end of July, hopefully, and then essentially as we get into the colder temps, it's going to actually help these plants get even stronger and make even more fruit and better fruit. So let's get to it. So I'll do the broccoli first. So what I did was I just took this scissor, made about ½ inch little deep little circle in each one. Nothing crazy. I personally don't label these. These are just labels from another time, but I don't label these because at the end of the day, you pretty much know what these things look like when they come up. So we're gonna go 3 in each. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3. Perfect. So just take some of this, do a little sprinkle. What I'm using today is actually Cocoa Cure. So this is what it is. It's burpee seed starting mix. It's nothing but pretty much only Cocoa Cure, which is actually better for the environment than peat moss. And yeah, no, it actually has some other stuff, some compost. No, it's good. It's good stuff. It's better than peat moss, supposedly. Supposedly peat moss is not good for the environment. I mean, whatever. I still use it, but sometimes, but I don't know. I personally don't see Cocoa Cure in these stores too much, and I saw this and I was like, oh, we should buy it. So here we are. Alright, first row is down. Do one more broccoli row. I'm gonna go 2 rows of each. Actually, never mind. Tripping. Go with the kale. Roughly 3 to 4 in each one. Once they start growing, you can thin them out. Maybe just leave 1 or 2 instead of, you know, if they all come up, they all come up. If you want to leave them, it's up to you. I'll probably leave the 1 or 2 bigger ones. That's not good. You don't want to do that. It's just wasting seeds. That's sloppy stuff. Just a handful here. Give it a nice little layer. Make sure they're nice and firm, because the problem is if you don't make them nice and firm, what happens is after they develop and they start, you know, they get to about this high and you want to take them out, they're just not, the roots aren't compacted enough, so you'll actually just ruin the entire little ball of root mass as you're transporting and transplanting, and it's really not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. But just make sure they're packed down, you really won't have that issue. Let's get it one more. Last step now, a little water soak. So I'm not going to actually water these from the top. I'm going to let this little bath, so right now it's on like a little slant, so the water's actually down that way. It's going to let the water absorb through the bottom instead of me kind of trying to dose the top right now and disturbing anything, which is better in the, at least at the first stage of it. Yeah. After this soaks up, I'm gonna get it on a nice level surface, throw a lid on it, a dome, get the humidity up, leave it, I'm gonna leave it outside, leave it right on the patio, and call it a day. And that's how you start some seeds up, instead of having to go to Lowe's or a nursery spending $3, $4 on one plant, where I just planted 12 potential kale plants for all of this was an organic, this was like $5, but whatever. $5 for, got seeds for a very long time. They're going to be good for another year or two grows, and expiration dates don't really mean too much for these seeds, you know. Don't believe it. I mean, listen, if the seed's like 10 years old, that probably doesn't work, but you'll be good. See you later, guys.